Dependency injection. Classes depend on other classes. A view model needs a repository needs an API and a database. How do you provide these dependency? Dependency injection is the answer. Today we understand DI and how to use Hilt in Android. Classes create the dependencies internally. Class user view model brace val repository equals user repository close brace. The view model creates its own repository. Tight coupling. Hard to change. What if you want a different repository? What if you want to test with a fake? You cannot. The view model controls the dependencies. This makes code rigid. Changes ripple through. Testing requires real implementations. With DI, dependencies are provided from outside. Class user view model repository user repository brace use repository close brace. The constructor receives the repository. The view model does not create it. Someone else provides it. This inverts control. The class says what it needs. Something else provides it. Now you can provide different implementations, real for production, fake for testing. The class does not change. Testability. Pass fake dependencies in tests. No network, no database needed. Fast, isolated tests. Modularity, swap implementations without changing dependent code. Different database for debug builds. Single responsibility. Classes focus on their job, not on creating dependencies. Configuration centralized. One place decides what implementations to use, not scattered across classes. You can do DI manually, pass dependencies through constructors, create them at the top level, wire everything together. This works for small apps. It becomes tedious for large apps. Many dependencies, many layers. DI frameworks automate the wiring. Hilt for Android, Dagger under the hood. You declare what you need. The framework provides it. Automatic. Type safe. Hilt is the recommended DI framework for Android. Add Hilt plugin and dependencies. Annotate your application class. Add Hilt Android app class my application application. Annotate activities and fragments. Add Android entry point class main activity. Inject dependencies at Android entry point class main activity. Inject dependencies at inject latenit var repository. Hilt provides the imlep. Tell Hilt how to create objects. Constructor injection is simplest at inject constructor on the class. Class user repository at inject constructor. Private val API user AP. Private val DAO user DAO. Hilt sees at inject and knows how to create it. For interfaces or classes you do not own, use modules. At module at installed in singleton component class appodule at provides fun. Provide retrofit retrofit at provides tells Hilt how to create the object. Scopes control object lifetime. At singleton leaves for the app lifetime. One instance shared everywhere. At view model scoped leaves for the view model lifetime. Per view model instance. At activity scoped leaves for the activity lifetime. New instance per activity. Use at singleton for shared resources. Retrofit database. Use at view model scoped for per screen data. No scope annotation means new instance each time. Be intentional about scopes. View models need special handling. At Hilt view model class user view model at inject constructor repository user repository view model. At Hilt view model marks it for Hilt injection. At inject constructor receives dependencies. Hilt provides them. In composable, use Hilt view model. At composable, fun user screen view model. Kotlin user view model equals Hilt model. Hilt creates the view model with all its dependencies. Let us summarize. Dependency injection provides dependencies from outside. Benefits: testability, modularity, single responsibility. Hilt automates dependency wiring in Android. Use at inject for constructor injection. Use at provides for modules. Scopes control lifetime, singleton, view model scoped, Activity scoped. At Hilt, ViewModel enables ViewModel injection. DI makes large apps manageable and testable.